The war god Talagpusaw said it's a countless cycle. It's an allegory. Now, of all the we will conclude of all the series how we see. The show puts a good reference to it. It's put some exaggerating stuff, the likes of uh, the emissary coming out in Alexandra Trese is in between our realm and to the underworld. That is kind of bit hard. One and the second thing is evocating Talagbusaw. No, evocating invoke is kind of invite. Evoke is kind of like you as I learned in some on our talks about evocating or invocating, that's a person, you need a proper way to evoke, but that is too dangerous for people to evoke. How did Talagbusaw came on the story? That's evocating. It's kind of like summoning. Summoning, sometimes there's two types of summoning. As I said, it's evoke or invoke. Now the similarities, other similarities, exaggerating. Let me see. The elementals. I think okay. Let's go for the next. Similarities on our folklore and other mythologies to our um, other countries' mythologies. The practice itself, as one said, the familiar. Familiar. It's been used by other other people. In shamanism, they used animal totems for their familiars. Some uses pets for a familiar. How in the series Trese, the Lamanlupa, the red dwarfs, became the familiar of Aurora. So the use of the familiar, and next is the magical use. Yes, the magical use of like the likes of the necromancy. How in the episode 1, Miranda and Alexandra did a necromancy for the bird. Uh, in real life, yes, it's kind of bit exaggerating, but it's it's used. The similarities, itag reference is good for the sake of the necromancy itself. The balete, yes, it has a folklore itself. The banish spell, yes, it's been used, but as I said, it's kind of bit exaggerating to banish. There's a rule, they said, do not summon that you cannot banish. That's a basic magical rule, they said. Now, banish spell is been used, but there are several categories on the banish spell. You can banish. You can also kind of like they said, stop, not banish, but stop the time is kind of like freezing the ideology, freezing the entity itself. Binding, that's binding spell. Banish, binding. Some they use it the Pandora's box, magical spells. Okay, I think we sorted those things off. And I like to thank you for giving us some like on this series on this. Now here's the reference. Now we finished the Trese, so we will go back to our the research, the spider. We will the final, also the final series of the spider, and we will go from there to the other new topics I can design. So to be continued, folks.